Cultivate inner strength. Amid modern life's anxieties, in our ever-changing world, we must equip ourselves with a resilient mindset, a compass that guides the soul toward peace and happiness. This journey calls for embracing Stoicism in daily life, guided by the wisdom of Seneca's moral letters. Explore this timeless philosophy and let it enrich your personal library. Stoicism stands as one of the most enduring schools of thought in history, revered across Western philosophy. Despite being over 2 millennia old, its teachings continue to inspire millions today. Why does Stoicism resonate so deeply now? Perhaps because it diverges sharply from other philosophies. It doesn't dwell on flowery language or chase answers to abstract questions. Instead, Stoicism grounds itself firmly in everyday reality. Harsh, unpredictable, yet profoundly practical. Its essence revolves around achieving tranquility of mind, finding calm amidst chaos, clarity amid confusion. In this fast-paced, chaotic era, who wouldn't long for inner peace? Each day brings countless challenges: financial pressures, societal expectations, identity crises. The list goes on. And in recent years, the global upheaval caused by the pandemic and economic downturn has only added to the weight we carry. These trials affect everyone, regardless of age or background. But perhaps no group feels this more acutely than young professionals just starting their careers. For them, these disruptions can feel like an overwhelming storm, threatening to wash away their bright futures. How then can they, and all of us, develop a steadfast mind capable of facing such adversity? The answer lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. A blueprint for tranquility. The renowned Roman Stoic Epictetus once wrote in his Enchiridion, "You cannot have a tranquil heart if your mind is a cauldron of suffering, fear, and ambition." True happiness depends on 3 things, all within your control: your will, your judgments about events, and how you act upon those judgments. Genuine happiness is independent of external conditions. Epictetus urges us not to seek peace through avoidance, but to confront our fears head-on. Running from anxiety might provide temporary relief, but it won't lead to lasting serenity. To achieve true calm, we must summon the courage to face what frightens us. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, echoed this sentiment in his Meditations. Free yourself from distractions. Yes, you can do this if you approach every action as though it were your last. Cease pointless thoughts and actions. Don't let emotions overpower reason. Stop pretending. Stop self-centeredness. Stop being irritable. Do you realize how much effort it takes to live fully and honorably? At its core, Stoicism seeks to help individuals live virtuous, meaningful lives free from unnecessary suffering and moral dilemmas. Achieving this begins with cultivating inner peace. Once your mind becomes anchored in stillness, you'll be ready to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience. Facing our fears. But how do we find this elusive peace of mind? It's certainly easier said than done. The path demands confronting, not avoiding, our fears. While it's tempting to distract ourselves with pleasantries, such tactics merely numb the pain temporarily. Lasting peace requires bravery. Seneca, another towering figure in Stoicism, addressed this in his letters to a Stoic. We are terrified by many things that hold no real power over us. In truth, we panic because of our own thoughts. Often the worries that consume the masses, when examined closely, are trivial or unworthy of concern. My advice to you: do not panic when misfortune strikes. Many of the things we dread may never come to pass, or they torment us far earlier than necessary. We often amplify our fears, exaggerate dangers, or worry excessively about distant possibilities. From Seneca's words, we learn a valuable lesson. Worry is natural, even noble, but excessive anxiety paralyzes. Distinguish between reasonable concern and irrational panic. Use reason to examine your worries critically. What is their true nature? Are they as severe as they seem? Above all, master your mind. Don't let fleeting emotions cloud your judgment. Doing so risks falling into a state of panic. Guarding against external influence. Seneca offers further guidance. When others urge you to worry or fret, turn inward instead of heeding their words. Reflect on your own strength and endurance, for only you truly understand your situation. This reminds us to guard against undue influence from those around us. While listening to others is valuable, we must avoid becoming reeds swayed by the wind, bending to every opinion. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this point. Do not let others disturb your peace. Serenity arises when you stop caring what others say, think, or do. Focus solely on your own actions. Of course, none of this suggests ignoring legitimate concerns or potential hardships. From the outset, Stoics encourage thoughtful consideration of life's challenges. They advise evaluating risks accurately rather than dismissing them outright. Embracing adversity. So, what should we do when misfortune inevitably arrives? If preparing a calm mind is meant to equip us for life's trials, then surely we must meet these trials head-on when they arise. Seneca counsels. Not only must you use reason to assess potential dangers clearly, but you must also draw upon mental fortitude to overcome them. Acknowledge this truth. No matter how meticulously you prepare, life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Accepting this reality frees us to persevere, despite uncertainty. Courageously confronting adversity reveals something crucial. There's nothing inherently frightening about any situation except the fear we bring to it. A steadfast spirit is worth more than anything else. With a strong mind, you can calmly analyze problems and chart solutions. Acceptance and renewal. Finally, if you've given your best effort, if you've strived tirelessly, and yet things haven't gone as hoped, do not despair. Learn to accept outcomes gracefully and redirect your energy toward new goals. When one door closes, another opens. Haven't you heard this saying before? Let it guide you forward rather than dwelling on past disappointments. Epictetus wisely advised, do not demand that events unfold according to your desires. Accept them as they actually occur, and inner peace will follow. Remember, encountering obstacles is part of life's fabric. Even the most careful planning cannot prevent unforeseen setbacks. Yet, having the courage to face difficulties already makes you admirable. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, rise after failure and cherish yourself for living and acting as a human being, even imperfectly, while pursuing your chosen path. Let Stoicism teach you to cultivate inner tranquility, not merely to prepare for anxiety, but to rise above failure when life knocks you down. So long as you maintain a resolute mind, no obstacle can defeat you.